Hey, what's happening, gamers? How's everybody doing? Welcome to Ace Attorney Investigations. This is episode 19. Hopefully you guys having a good one. And, yeah, you guys got to get the likes up. All that fun stuff. So at a 7:45, to help with the Ace Attorney thing, there will be a cat short posted. Because this is... I've only been running Christmas music and still it's killing the views. Even with the Christmas music, it doesn't matter. Ace Attorney just strangles the channel. So anyway, but hopefully you guys having a good December 22nd. We are 3 days till Christmas, and we're in Kanis' defense. There we go. So you guys need to watch the short that goes up at 7:45 to keep the channel stable. That is, I made a short for 7 o'clock tonight to keep hopefully things stable. So your job is to watch it when it goes up, just like at 11 o'clock. So, and there will be a Power Rangers thing later today.
It didn't go through, Luke.
What?
It hasn't gone through yet.
That's terrifying.
I don't know what to do. Maybe we have to pay it again.
No, you go to the website and see what the balance is.
But it never went through. Yeah. It never came out.
We'll check after the stream.
It never came out, and I did it the day we got paid.
Mm-hmm. I know. I said we will do it. We'll check later and we'll go to the website.
Oh, maybe not.
Because if the website says it already, you know, the word.
But it has to come out of our.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it can't just magically say it was done when it. Also, you know.
Okay. Alright, so that's that. So, Cat Short is ready to go. Is Ace Attorney...
Oh! Also, my dad said that he thought we did a really good job on the homemade ornaments that we said.
Ah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
great.
don't know what you want.
Nothing. Alright, so the Cat Short is ready to go.
I'm sorry that the views are so bad, Luke. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do.
It always happens when we do Ace Attorney. I just have a plan this time.
Well, my dad thought it was pretty neat that we were voicing the characters when it's just text. I was describing it to him, what Ace Attorney is.
Mm-hmm.
I said it's a niched audience, and I said, now you know about it, so now you're part of the club.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Alright, so this guy is a German bad guy or whatever. Okay. So 7:45, guys. Make a note, mods too, that the short is going up at 7:45. Because this is, yeah. It's bad. 26. Kanis' defense. So with no super chats or memberships, we're going to need you guys to watch the short at 7:45. Okay. And that should keep us stable for... We can only afford to do a 2-hour stream of this, though. So whatever views we get, we can't, you know, push too much. Perhaps you might begin by explaining what you believe my motive to have been. I never knew this knight. I had no contact with him, no connection whatsoever. Given that this is the case, why would I possibly wish him dead? Ah, could it be you're struggling that it was my K9 companion who had the motive instead? Hell might only bear his fangs when I tell him to.
Sorry, I had chocolate on my hand.
Okay, don't touch a cat with that. I am not so bloodthirsty that I would kill a man I did not know. Okay.
I mean, when he puts it that way...
An assassin who only kills his acquaintances. Not the soundest business model, I agree. My work required me to deal with strangers, of course, but murder for its own sake, that's not my style. So I need to prove a link between Knight and Kanis. Link, don't do that. So I would go over the evidence again and see what I can discover. Kanis' defense. Okay, that's that. Alright. Perhaps you might begin by explaining what you believe my motive to be, yeah?
Hold it!
I'm puzzled by this focus on motive. Aren't you an assassin?
What?
Assassin or not, Mr. Edgeworth, I don't spill blood for nothing. Neither in a professional nor in a private capacity. That's not how it is done, is it, boy? No, no, no. I never knew this knight, and I had no contact with him. No connection whatsoever. Hold it! You didn't know who he was. That's quite unlike you, Mr. Kanis. You underestimate me, Mr. Edgeworth. Perhaps you had a harder time putting in here than I realized. But I am no master criminal. That said, you are no run-of-the-mill prisoner, either. You're a fixer, correct? I find it highly unlikely that a man in such a position would have no knowledge of the new detainee at all. Then you have a rather inflated idea of my position. I have no connections. I have connections, yeah, but I am not all-knowing. And I know nothing of Mr. Knight. What is that, Poppy? Given that this is the case, why would I possibly wish him dead? Whoops. Blah, 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 blah.
Hold it!
You're an assassin. Since when have you needed a motive? He's a strange man, isn't he, Helmut? Yes, yes, he is. Is he a fool? A genius? It's hard to say.
Objection!
Drop the act, Mr. Kanis, and answer the question. No, you wouldn't answer mine. Who am I, Mr. Edgeworth? I am the very same person you caught. An assassin. A murderer for hire. Where I want to kill without rhyme or reason, I would still be free to recite strotas in peace out there. Ah, could it be you're suggesting that it was my canine companion who had motive?
Hold it!
Of course not, but your dog was trained to kill. What is this man talking about, Helmut? Why would he say such awful things about you? He is a silly man, that's what he is, yes. Then perhaps he killed the wrong person. That would explain the lack of motive. Do your precious police dogs attack people willy-nilly? Have some respect, Mr. Edgeworth. You are going to accuse Helmut of something? At least show us some evidence to back up your claims, yeah? I would if I had any. Hi, Link. Helmut also bears his fangs when I tell him to. Yes, he does. Whenever it was Kanis or his dog that committed the killing, the knight wouldn't be dead if Kanis himself hadn't wanted him to be. So my first order of business should be to prove that Kanis and Knight knew each other. Perhaps you might begin explaining what you believe my motive to have been. Okay, so we're gonna have to press something.
Okay. Well, could I tell you something really quick?
Yes.
Alright, sorry, I had to tell Luke something that happened with the cat or something.
Alright,
I don't know.
so we need to present something.
personal.
Might explaining what you believe my motive to have been. I never knew this knight. I had no contact with him. Yes, you did. You played chess. Folding chess set with pieces stored inside. It belongs to knight. Has a secret compartment. Where's the note we got? Prison roll call. Prison search. Chess diagram.
Alright, honey, let's try to figure out what we're doing.
Pretty sure that's what this is. There we go.
Okay. Say your prayers.
Pretty sure it would be the chess diagram.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, probably. I think so.
Yeah.
It sounds good to me, Luke. Let's go with it.
Wow, there aren't that many stuff here. Building layout, chest, pocket. Yeah. So we're gonna go with the diagram. Whoops.
Objection!
I'm sorry, you're getting sloppy, Mr. Kanis. You may have trained your dog to clean up your mess, but some things still require a human touch. We found this in the victim's room. It's a record of the game of correspondence chess. And what's more, the game depicted the matches the game laid out on your board. 9!
Uh-oh.
But the number of possible games that have been calculated to be 10 of... Wow. The number of possible games has been calculated to be 10 to the power of 120. And what's on the low end?
Wait, so that's 10 times 10? 120 times over? Right? 100, 1000. I give up! What do you even call a number like that that's that big?
A vanishingly unlikely coincidence, that's what.
Whoa!
Now, tell us why you killed Knight. Unless it is, you would prefer to explain the coincidence. Well, they do say that the truth is stranger than fiction. It is, as you say, a coincidence.
But that's impossible! We just proved that!
A coincidence of a different kind, child. I never imagined my correspondent was the victim, you see. And yet, here we are. Helmut is as surprised as I am, aren't you? Yes, you are. Yes. Don't attack the tree. I suppose there's nothing for it but to finally tell the truth, eh, boy? The other prisoners had all gone to the yard, you see. There was a show of some sort, I believe. Here I was, minding my own business when it comes to Helmut dragging a corpse of all things. I had quite the shock, not least because the murder weapon was still in the poor fellow's neck. Of course, I was none too keen on becoming a suspect, so I had Helmut take the body to the workshop. Once there, he removed the murder weapon and brought it back to me, just as I had asked. The dog pulled out the murder weapon in the workshop. Indeed he did. Removing it there, he had made an awful mess after all.
You know something that makes total sense. Remember when Mr. Sod said, Mr. Edgeworth? That huge black dog. Oh, I'm sorry, saw it.
Had sunk his teeth into the victim's throat. What? Why did you say that? It was hellish, utterly. That beast, that awful beast, he killed him. I see. So what Mr. Sort actually saw was Helmut removing the murder weapon then. Precisely. I can't say I wasn't a little disappointed that he was spotted, of course. Silly boy, it's not like you did slip up like that, is it now, is it?
Disturbing.
And here you have it. That is what it is all about, I tell you. I did not kill the man. At most, I am responsible for the removal of the weapon. Now, would that be all? Poor Helmut is growing restless.
Objection!
Sorry, but if you could entertain us just a little bit longer, Mr. Kanis. Fender. No offense, Palio, but I don't think you've quite told us everything. I'm sure we'd like to know why you thought need to pull the chisel out in the first place. He's right. It makes sense that he would move that body to avoid suspicion. But Kanis had no reason at all to recover the murder weapon. So the mute one isn't as dumb as I once thought?
Please answer the question, Mr. Kanis.
It was because of the bell, of course. The one attached to the chisel, and the one around Helmut's neck. I have a very distinctive design, if you will. Of course, there was something of a trademark of yours, were there not?
I don't get it. How does that even work?
I'm getting to it. Kanis the blind butcher. His appearance was always announced by the sound of bells. Wait. His appearance was always announced by the sound of bells.
What?
The last sound his victims would ever hear. You flatter me. Though it's been some years since you last saw one of them, you remember them well? Your knife and its attached bell was one of the pieces of evidence seized in our case against you. Yes, it was, but one of my bells, one of only 2 in existence. Just 2? 2 and only 2. One for my knife and one for my beloved helmet. Exquisitely crafted, oddly unique. My ears are my guide, after all. And I must be able to use my tools precisely. Of course, as you said, the knife has long since been taken from me. Mr. Kanis's bell jotted down to the court organizer. When Helmut brought the body to my cell, I was rather surprised to unhear a familiar sound. At first, I was sure that my knife had been used to do this. At first, I thought my knife was done to do the deed. But no, a chisel? An ordinary chisel. Mein surprise! There's certainly no assassin's blade, that's for sure. Nonetheless, the bell would have suggested my involvement. Hey!
What are you doing, Link?
Are you meowing at the tree?
No, Zelda's under there. He was attacking her.
She's under there? I don't see
Yeah,
her.
she's lying down. She's literally sleeping on that little green blanket.
Link! If you keep that up, you're going in the basement. Nonetheless, the bell would have suggested my involvement. Compounding the matter is a matter that I am only the person in this prison permitted to use such tools. It was clear that I would become the prime suspect, and so the chisel had to be removed and unhidden.
Hold it!
You still claim that all you did was have the dog move the body, that you had nothing to do with the killing. How could I? I told you the chisel is not mine. Guys, you're only at 80 likes after 40 minutes. Let's go. You need to take my word, Mr. Edgeworth. Why not have it checked for fingerprints? That's the lady again.
Oh, Eustace!
Come on, guys. We need to see, like, you know, an interest in this series, because it's literally strangling our channel right now. Like, you guys could make this better by actually getting the likes up and engaging and stuff like that. You know? It's fun to listen to, but this puts a strain on us. Not only does it put a strain on our voice, but also it harms the channel. So, I literally have to upload a YouTube short to make up for the difference of loss of views. That's not good. Me? But I don't know how to check for prints.
Get the red 6.
Oh, right. Sure thing. I don't know why I sing that. We got them fingerprints. They're Mr. Knight's. And Mr. Kanis's? Oh, nope. Just Mr. Knight's. Oh, and forensics said there's no sign of any fingerprints having been wiped off. Interesting. Only Knight's fingerprints. This isn't good. Oh, should I get them to check again? Oh, do you see? I have never so much touched that chisel. Helmut carried it in his mouth, that is all. Therefore, any prints must belong to whatever had it last. Ah! So the murder weapon belonged to the victim? Ooh, that's not helpful. As I said, I have not touched that chisel. Therefore, I cannot be the killer. Or do you wish to suggest otherwise? Ah!
Could have worn a glove.
I've got nothing to counter with. But what could this mean? Is he not the killer after all? Is he actually telling the truth? No, he can't be.
I am sure this goes without saying, Mr. Edgeworth. But if you do not find a solution to your current predicament, and quickly, I will have little choice but to relieve you of your badge. Even my patience has a limit. I will not tolerate you throwing this investigation into chaos. Am I clear?
No. Okay, he has to go in the basement.
Stop, Link, what are you actually doing over there?
He's attacking poor
I
Zelda.
do not want to know what you're doing. She's lying down and having a nice sleep. Look at him looking at me so weird. He looks so sad. Look at his little head now.
He's just trying to throw you off, Amber. You gotta put him in the basement.
You're trying to throw me off. You attacked her 3 times.
It's not a coincidence. Yeah, he keeps attacking her.
Look, I can't even get him.
Fine, I'll be the bad guy. I'll show you how to do it. No. You have to make him think you're gonna squirt him. I'll show you how I do it. I don't even touch him. He runs in the basement himself. Watch.
Look at how comfortable she is down there.
Yeah, she's always comfortable under Christmas trees. The light is probably very warm where she is. But Link can't, not be punished for, he's gotta be punished for doing bad things. Okay, here we go. Oh, you've done it now, sir. She's serious. I hate to admit it, but the fingerprints turn everything on its head. Without more evidence, I'm back to square one.
Wait! Something doesn't add up. A few things, actually. What would Mr. Knight have needed a chisel for?
You can do a lot with a chisel, child. Break out of prison for one.
Alright, then how did we get it in here? There's no way the guards would let him bring a super sharp tool with him, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Hey! Earth to Mr. Edgeworth!
I'm thinking, Kay.
You can't stand there humming and hawing just because of a little setback. The important thing is finding the truth, you know? It doesn't matter how we get there, as long as we save Simeon in the end. We can't give up now or ever.
Oh, yeah. What she said. I'll second that. You won me around with that, Kay. I'm half tempted to offer you a job for reals. It's like I said, the defense never rests. Or rather, like your pop said. What do you think lies at the heart of those words, Miles? Any guesses? The heart of those words. It's like this. As a defense attorney, our client's fate rests on our shoulders. We're the only ones that can turn to. Simeon's our client, and we're the only ones who can save him. So we can't rest, not while he's counting on us. I'm not about to turn my back on your old man's legacy. Are you? I'm an associate for the defense now. No, I'm an associate with my father's firm. That's the role I've chosen, and that means that if I fail to save my client, I have failed in my duties. I will honor my father's vision and save Simeon Saint. No matter what setbacks I face, I cannot admit defeat. If one path is blocked, I must simply find another.
There we go! That's the Miles Edgeworth that I know! Now let's find the new path forward, Mr. Edgeworth. We can start by trying to figure out how Mr. Knight brought that chisel into the prison!
Right. How would Knight have managed to bring a chisel in here? Okay, so, the chisel. How did it... Wait, his chest set? Didn't his chest set have a hidden compartment? Belonged to Knight and had a secret compartment. That's what I would say.
Probably.
I'm gonna present the chest set.
I think you're right, Luke. I think you're correct. I think it's the only thing out of everything here. It's the only thing that literally is a box.
Okay.
You would be able to fit something in there, definitely.
Usually, it wouldn't be possible to bring a metal object into this facility undetected.
Because of the security gates, right?
Correct. But we already know that checks at one of the gates haven't been entirely thorough of late. Namely, the gate at the entrance to the detention center.
The gate is only used to scan people. Any items they bring into the facility are only subjected to a cursory check. That's stupid.
Are you telling me that the chess set wasn't put through the metal detector?
It should have been. Alas! It seems the gods have grown a little lax in that regard of late.
Knight took advantage of this little oversight and had Mr. Saint bring him the chisel, hidden inside his pocket chess set.
That does answer one of our questions, and it suggests that the chisel was indeed Mr. Knight's, and not Mr. Kanis's.
Pocket chess set data updated in the organizer.
That's interesting, because I had to do jury duty, and I was at a courthouse, and you couldn't even do jury duty without having all your belongings scanned. I had to take everything out of my pockets, my shoes, everything.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't even get into the courthouse without having every item that I had scanned, and I was just there for jury duty. This is insane that they would have a prison that you wouldn't scan every item coming in there and out. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane.
However, we still have one rather pressing problem to address. That of the security footage in which Knight is attacked by a dog. How does one explain it if Mr. Kanis was not the culprit? But then, how do you explain his prints not being on the murder weapon? There's a real three-piper there.
The court, too, finds itself wanting for a satisfactory explanation.
Oh, wait, sir. I think it might be time to show you another one of my secret weapons. Introducing secret weapon number 4, Lily V.
What sort of name is that, detective?
I came up with it myself, sir. Anyway, you can use it to analyze the video footage.
Excellent idea. Perhaps then we might finally see that I am telling the truth. Who knows if there's anything to be found, but it has to be worth a try.
Alright, want me to talk you through how to use it, sir?
Seeing as I'm not exactly familiar with the video analysis techniques, perhaps I should hear him out. If you could run me through its functions, detective, that would be the most appreciated.
Oh, yes, sir. So basically, you can just do what you always do. Examine anything that catches your eye.
And I can examine things with X, I see.
Next up, to see those controls at the bottom of the screen. The panels of the left and right let you rewind or fast forward. And you can use the middle one to pause. Get used to those and you're golden, sir.
It seems I can also press R to fast forward, or L to rewind the footage. And I can press A to pause.
When the video's paused, you can go to the previous frame with L or the next frame with R. Or just use the same control panels I showed you earlier. Lastly, I'd better explain how to zoom in. Just line up the old cursor with the area you want to take a closer look at. Then use the panel in the bottom right. And the little gadget will do the rest. You got those 2 expanding arrows right on it. Can't miss it, sir.
It would appear I can zoom in by pressing Y, too.
By the way, even if you're zoomed in, you can still examine stuff, just like in the regular view. Also, you can use the previous and next frame to get a good look at what's really happening. The only thing you can't do is when you're zoomed is play the footage. So there's that.
I see. And how do I zoom out again?
Just use the panel in the lower right, sir. See how it's gone from expanding to collapsing arrows on there? That's because you're zoomed in. And that about sums it up. Now, let's fire her up, shall we? Remember, just examine anything that catches your eye, and you'll do fine. The footage from Knight's holding cell. Other than the victim being attacked by that dog, I can't see what else it might show us. But I suppose we're wrong. What could we be looking for at its... Wow. But suppose we're wrong. What could we be looking at instead? Could the person in the footage be someone other than Knight? And if so, could whatever's attacking them be something else entirely? You should keep both questions in mind while reviewing the footage. You never know what you're gonna see once you start looking at there close there, sir. Check every detail. You'll find something, I'm sure.
Okay. Use camera. Watch video footage. Or examine footage. Alright guys, let's try to get the 120 likes up as soon as we can. Yeah, I'm gonna have to post that short at 7:45. That's what I figured. Okay. Alright, well, let's do the video footage. What in this footage seems odd? Okay, there he is walking around.
Oh. What does seem odd?
He's walking, I zoomed it in. Just trying to see on the mirror. There he is in the mirror. Okay, so how do I zoom out? There's nothing there right now. How do I make it go again? Frames?
Yeah, 1 more minute maybe, or wait, I don't know.
There's a blurry thing coming at him, but you can't see if it's a dog or not. Super blurry.
Oh yeah, there is something.
4 legs.
Yeah, there's something, Luke. That blur of black fur. I would click on the blur.
I must be seeing things. I should take another look. And if nothing seems off at first glance, zooming in might help. The devil is in the details, after all.
I mean, we did zoom in.
What in this footage seems odd?
Maybe if we were able to see it before it leaped on him, and be able to get a clear picture of it. Oh, maybe behind, yeah, back.
I mean, it's really fuzzy.
Oh, wow.
It looks like a dog. I mean, it's running on all 4s.
It's not even clear.
It's not even showing up in the, I mean, how do you zoom in?
Oh, there you go. You can see it there.
Doesn't look like a dog, though. It's so small.
Looks like a bear.
Why is it saying, Sir, look? Sir, look! But I am Edgeworth.
Who is Sir?
I don't know. I'm just going to say that's detective.
Look! I suspect we may have made a critical error of judgment.
Yeah, why is he calling Detective Gumshoe Sir?
What we're looking at here is no dog. This animal is... a bear.
I think it looks like a bear to me. A little black bear.
That's not a dog, it's a bear.
What? So the paw prints from the photo I took?
We're not canine, but ursinine.
Ursine.
Ursine.
I don't know. Luke.
Tunnel prints data updated in my
You
organizer.
got me.
A bear? So, could that mean...
Yes, I think it could. After all, who else do we know with such a pet? And if we were mistaken about a creature in the footage, it's not inconceivable that we were mistaken about the person in the footage, too.
Maybe there's something in there that could prove it, sir. Something that shows it was a knight.
You're right. We can't see the person's face, which means a direct identification is out of the question. But perhaps there's something that can tell us who they are indirectly.
Indirectly? Like the mirror?
Yes, it's certainly worth a look. What's in the footage seems odd. But the mirror you can't really make out. Alright, here we go.
Well,
We are zoomed into the mirror. Still can't see anything.
I don't even know. Well, what time does it say it is? I'm like, how many minutes do we have of footage?
I don't know. I'm looking at the mirror. I'm not seeing any movement of it. Well, there's somebody's coming back. You can barely make that out, though. There's something in front of him here. Has a hat. It's being attacked. Now
maybe
he's out
there's
of frame
something we can
completely.
identify in the mirror besides someone's face.
There's a hat.
There's a guard hat. Looks like somebody stole a guard uniform, or that's a guard that's in there.
Okay, try clicking on it. The figure is reflected in the mirror here too. Is that a hat?
Doesn't look like the hats the guards wear, sir. Wait, say, doesn't that look like the hats the guards wear? Oh, jeez, is that what I think it is?
Have there been any reports of one of the animals attacking a guard recently?
Not that I heard of.
So this may not be a guard at all, but someone dressed as one? Perhaps that might shed a little light on the matter of the hat. I don't know. I don't know about those type of rumors, but thank you very much for the super chat. That helps the stream tremendously.
Yeah, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Thank you for your help. Well, what do we have in the, what do we have in the thing? Or I can just wait till you release that short. Is there anything else? We have another page.
Here.
There, missing guard uniform. Try presenting that, Luke. Thank you for the super chat. how do you feel about the rumors of Robert Pattinson wanting to join the DCU? Why would he want to join the DCU?
He was very clear that he wasn't going to do that.
I mean, they weren't. I can't imagine him wanting to join the DCU. He works with Matt. Is that Matt Reeves or something? I forgot what his name is.
Yeah.
Matt Reeves? He didn't want to do the DCU. So now he wants to join because they have a younger Superman? He didn't want to join a bunch of old people? Is that what was happening?
No, it's nothing like that.
I would have rather joined the DCU when Henry Cavill was Superman. If I was Batman, I'd be like, oh yeah, it's Henry Cavill. It's awesome. Now he would want to join now because James Gunn is doing it?
No, both Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson said they weren't down with it. Like, they didn't want to do it.
I can't imagine him joining because his Batman universe is super edgy, and also, how would you merge two universes? You know, James Gunn has his happy-go-lucky universe going on with crypto and everything, and how is that going to fit in with Matt Reeves' like really super dark universe with Batman? I can't imagine. I've never even heard those rumors. I've never heard of anything like that. But thank you for the super chat. I don't think that he wants to join it. I don't know.
Okay, we're pushing the cat short now because we need to.
Okay, guys, we're gonna start pushing a cat short because we're dropping views. Thanks everyone for the help, and thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, Skitsodil. Really appreciate that. Oh, really? Linus uses his blanket as a tree skirt in the Charlie Brown movie?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, we're just like Linus then. That's really cool, Jacob, that you remembered that. I don't know what to do, Luke. I don't know what to do. Oh, it's so incredible.
Alright guys, 0 people are watching the short. Now 5 people are watching the short. If you guys want Ace Attorney to continue, we gotta get up to 100 views. Like, now. Because we're not gonna clear 1,000 views an hour. So, you guys gotta redouble your efforts and click that link. The 6 of you guys need to click that, like, urgently. While this case is going on. The people at 11 o'clock when we post shorts, they're able to get on it. So we need you guys to do what they do at 11:30. The 11:30 group is really good at watching the shorts. So show me that you guys can do exactly what they do later tonight. Alright, let's present the uniform.
Take that!
So no guards have reported being attacked by any animal as far as we know. But we did hear about a guard's spare uniform being stolen. Could the person in the security footage perhaps be someone disguised as a guard? Someone attempting to escape without being noticed?
A guard disguise? I guess it might work. Wait, weren't we just talking about someone?
We were indeed. Someone who seems to have successfully made his escape. We had assumed that it was night in the security footage.
Well, it was his cell. It's hardly a crazy theory.
Perhaps, but now that we know about the hole under the bed, it is no longer the only possibility. Whoever had access to the tunnel could very well be the one who caught on... Whoever had access to the tunnel could very well be the one caught on camera.
And who was that, Mr. Edgeworth? Would you care to tell the court who you believe this person to be?
The person in the security footage is...
Take that!
Rocky. I believe I know our guard in disguise is. It is none other than Rocky, the prisoner who recently escaped from this facility. I'm confident it's him because he was assigned a polar bear cub as his companion.
But the bear in that video was all black!
Indeed, and we have evidence that explains why. The evidence that explains the polar bear's dark fur... The evidence that explains the polar bear's dark fur is... I don't know.
I'm not sure. He painted it, maybe?
We don't have any paint, though.
The evidence that explains the dark fur.
Okay, guys, 40 of you have clicked the short. Let's keep it up.
Evidence that explains the dark fur.
A photo tunnel between the prisoner and the detention center show paw prints made by a bear. But where's...
Maybe he got in ashes or something.
Wiped floor. I don't see anything that's... The bloody tarp. Colorful tarp found on the victim's body. Stolen in a workshop. Mr. Knight's body. Throat. Scalp. Suffered. Found on the workshop after being worn. A dark mud pack treatment. Also bloodstained. I mean, the only thing that we have with mud is this glove.
Take that!
Recall, if you will, Mr. Frank Swort's testimony. That's the rubber glove I dropped. Would you care to explain why it's so dirty? Of course! That's the mud from the pet treatments I've been practicing. I was giving one of the animals a mud pack right when the incident happened. I see. Around what time would this have been? Let's see. The show had already started, so around 9 a.m. perhaps? The thing is, the mud I applied, the more in the zone I got, the darker the animal's fur became. There's no trace quite like the trance one enters when slathers an animal with thick black mud.
What?
I have no idea. While the circus performance was underway, he was giving one of the animals a mud pack treatment.
And that animal could have been...
Indeed, our polar bear.
Mr. Edgeworth, your latest assertion simply introduces yet another contradiction. The footage from the security camera...
Objection! I fully understand, Your Honor, and your doubts are entirely justified. Mr. Sword mentioned applying the mud pack while the circus performance was underway. And this does indeed introduce a new contradiction concerning the security footage.
Hello, Luke. What is it?
I was turning my neck because it
I'm
hurts.
sorry.
It does?
Yes. Let's put it this way. Why would you expect the footage to have been recorded, Kay?
If it was taken right after he applied the mud pack treatment, it should have been around 9 a.m.
In which case, something isn't right about the footage.
Really? And what's that, Mr. Edgeworth?
What new contradiction does the security footage introduce relative to when it was recorded? It says 6 in the morning.
Maybe they have the wrong time on there. But if that's true, then they tampered with it? I don't understand.
It says 6 in the morning. Okay, we need to check that. Okay, you guys are at 60 views for the short. Let's keep it up.
Says we have to... something... Maybe the animal show time was wrong. Maybe when Mr. Saw It said that he saw the animal getting a mud bath, maybe his time was wrong.
Take that!
Mr. Sawt said he administered the treatment at around 9 in the morning, in which case the security footage should also show a time of around 9.
However, the timestamp says 6:42 a.m. On the day of the murder, the prisoners all went out to the yard to watch the circus. All except 3. Mr. Kanis, who remained in his cell in the maximum security. Mr. Sword, who was administering a mud pack treatment in the workshop. And Rocky, who had been awaiting that precise moment to put his escape plan into action. I believe he entrusted the bear to Mr. Sword before entering the tunnel. There's the little bear.
Bear.
And the bear then slipped out of Mr. Sword's grasp to run after its human. Mr. Sword would then have left the workshop to pursue the bear, at which point he saw Mr. Canis' dog retrieving the murder weapon from Knight's body.
Oh my gosh, disturbing.
It all fits perfectly except for the security footage, which should have been recorded from around 9 a.m. However, the timestamp is 3 hours off.
But why would the timestamp be wrong, Mr. Edgeworth?
Detective, I would like you to have the security camera examined right away, please.
Okay, off I go.
Yeah, maybe there's something wrong with the camera.
Now I'm back, sir. I just talked to the guards and, well, seems like the time codes that, can slip on these cameras if they lose power.
What?
What?
They're pretty old, sir. I guess the clock stops when the power's off?
Which would mean the power was off for approximately 3 hours at some point.
3 hours of lost power? When would that have been?
Security camera footage updated in the organizer.
Oh, that's not all, sir. You remember how Knight denied stealing the keys? No one believed him, considering, well, you know, he seemed kinda like the only suspect. Turns out, that wasn't all he said. He also said he was knocked out cold just like the other guy.
Which may not necessarily have been a lie.
Darlings, there you are. How goes the investigation? Is there anything I can do to help things get along?
Actually, there might be something we can do for you, Warden. The escaped Mr. Rocky. I believe he may still be on the premises. He's in disguised as a guard. Here's the proof that should be all you need. We're reasonably certain that the person captured on the tape is our man. And if I'm correct, he might not even be here.
Sorry.
What?
I haven't done anything, Luke.
Okay.
What
And
are
if
you
I'm
saying?
correct, he might even be right here in the room with us now.
Hey, Mr. Carcerado would have been wearing a bracelet, right?
Yes, a bracelet that could easily be hidden under the sleeves of his uniform. Furthermore, the doors out of prison proper don't have those sensors that detect the bracelets installed. Okay. So if he avoided doors with sensors, he could simply wait for an opportunity to finally make his escape.
Well, yes, I suppose he could. He'd just have to avoid the workshops and the cells, and oh my! He's one of you, isn't he? He's right here now! Look, it's Teddy!
Oh.
Paws off! Get your mitts off me! Oh wait, actually it's supposed to be Rocky. He was like,
Hey, get your paws off me! Get your mitts off me, you big palooka!
Thank you, Teddy. Very kind of you to confirm our suspicions.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah!
It's Sylvester Stallone.
Dang it, kid! If it wasn't for you, I'd,
What a thing is to be loved, huh, Mr. Rocky? I'm almost envious.
The bear gave him away.
God! Apprehend this man!
A moment, if you will. I have some questions for our would-be escapee. If we are to learn the truth, I will need to speak with him with your permission, of course.
I can hardly say no now, can I?
Well, come on then. Hit me with your best shot.
Mr. Rocky's escape route led directly into Knight's cell, so it's highly possible he has something to offer. Tell me what you were doing on the night of Mr. Knight's body was discovered.
Okay, so this is around the time of discovery. Around the time of discovery.
So it's you guys, huh? You're the ones who found my secret getaway. You know how long it took me to dig that friggin' thing? I had my guard's uniform, a whole dug, and a plan in place, so I went for it on the day he found the guy. And then this little guy just had to come right up after me. Sack of fur covered in mud, too. Had to go back to our cell. Yeah, I would have gotten away with it if somebody had an off night and brought the bums down here.
You claim to have dug that tunnel just now. How exactly did you do it?
Well, I used everything I could to get my hands on the hammers, spoons, you name it. Spent every dime I had on this cockamamie fixer and thought I'd show it to you for now, huh?
Yes, I do not be disheartened, friend. Tomorrow is another day. There is an outside chance that Mr. Rocky and Knight meet face to face just before Knight's death. I should see what other details I can extract from him.
Rebuttal.
So was you guys, huh?
Hold it!
Shut up! Who's telling you to hold it, huh?
The tunnel you
don't know nothing! How'd you come crawling to the fixer, monk? How'd you grovel out day after day?
Yes, look.
How you gonna give me back the hours, huh? The days, the months?
I can't get a word in edgewise.
You should have never stuck your nose in my tunnel, never! Now, how long it take me to dig that free thing?
Hold it!
So the tunnel was already your own work.
Every inch. You see anybody else in my cell when you was in there?
That's quite an effort, even for an athlete.
Yeah, now that I think of it, that is an insane amount of digging for one guy.
Well, yeah. You don't even know the half of it, kid. But it ain't like that out of your choice. There's nobody don't get caught. Them's the rules of cons gotta live by.
Huh? You know the rules of being a great thief are pretty similar.
Okay, I'd rather you didn't start sympathizing with the suspect.
Oh, I was, just joking, Mr. Edgeworth.
Ain't no sitting joke to me. You punks owe me.
Owe him for trying to escape prison.
I had my uniform, an old dog, and a plan in place.
Hold it!
The uniform was that from the fixer, too.
Uh-huh, sure was. Heard he was one of the guards or something. Had the guy swiping from a pail's locker.
And were you wearing it when you were crawling through the tunnel?
Nope. Wouldn't get dirt on it. I had to hold on to it till I got the holding cell. But once I got out of there, I got all dressed up. Opening the cell door, should have been a piece of cake. Here we go, I think's freedom beckons, and then the furball here jumps on me.
Which would be the moment the captured on camera. I see. I'd be grateful if you add that to your testimony.
Once I was out of the tunnel, I was all dressed up. Opening the cell door should have been a piece of cake.
Hold it!
Opening the cell door should have been a piece of cake, you say?
Well, yeah, sure. Anything seems after dragging yourself through the hole in the ground.
And you were familiar with the layout of the detention center, even though you live in the prison.
Yeah? Why wouldn't I be? Ain't like I'd never been here before.
If he's familiar with the detention center, then he'd surely be aware that unlike the doors in the main prison, the holding cell doors are locked with actual keys. And I'm sure Mr. Rocky would have needed that particular piece of evidence to make his escape.
But then this little guy just had to come right up after me.
Hold it!
Hold it!
When was it that you realized you were being pursued?
Right when I got out of the tunnel. Right when I thought I was home free. Yeah!
You didn't notice anything before that, when you were in the tunnel, perhaps?
Nah, he wasn't around, I made sure of it. I knew the little guy had been all over me, a rash if he had been, you know. It was so close I could smell it. And there was this little bump.
Hey! Don't you think you're being a little mean to your friend? Poor Teddy!
Mean nothing. He rumbled me last time, and now he's rumbled me again. Kid's all over me. What am I supposed to do? Coming after me yesterday was bad enough. The sack of fur was covered in mud, too. I had to go back to our cell. But then this little guy... Once I was out of the tunnel all dressed up, opening the cell door would have been a piece of cake.
I think we need to present a key. Well, we have keys, so... 133.
Yeah, I think you should press enter key.
Make sure you guys keep pushing the short. Like I said, it will collectively count views for like the next probably about hour or so.
He said opening the door should have been a piece of cake.
Wouldn't be a piece of cake because he doesn't have the keys.
Yeah, so he wouldn't have been able to.
Right, he doesn't know that. Okay, there we go. So present. Be these keys here. I think. Yep.
I think so. That's what I would do.
I don't think so. You claim that leaving the holding cell would have been a piece of cake, as you put it.
Yeah, you got a problem with that? We can make it a problem if you get my drift.
Even once you had reached Knight's cell, you still had another door to contend with. How exactly did you plan on opening it? Mr. Rocky, I post that leaving cell would have been a piece of cake, only because you had the key.
Yeah, I don't got no stinking key. I didn't need one. It was a piece of cake because the door was open. I walked right out.
Yes, I suppose Knight's cell was vacant by that point. There would have been no reason to lock it. And it was indeed unlocked when I went to examine it for myself. So perhaps when you'd finally succeeded today, it truly was unlocked, because it was after the murder. But you had attempted to escape previously.
Yeah, the security footage shows when you tried and failed because Teddy caught you.
Which was during the circus performance before the body was discovered. The holding cell was still locked at the time, because no one knew that Knight had been killed yet. Therefore, you must have had the key to his cell on you. Without it, your escape would not have been possible.
Yeah.
Are you saying? Could he really have...
I believe he could, yes. The theft of the keys was, in fact, perpetrated by none other than... Mr. Rocky. He is the one who attacked the guard.
What?
But not just the guard, Knight too. All to gain possession of the guard's keys.
Oh, both of them? Oh my gosh. And then maybe the guard was knocked out?
It wasn't me, you lousy bum. I didn't even know this Knight guy.
After you stole the keys, you went back to your cell to avoid suspicion. And then you waited for the perfect moment to escape. A moment when the prison would be almost deserted. That's right. The moment of the show. Just before the discovery of the body. Unlucky for you, that particular attempt was thwarted by your furry friend.
Says who? You got proof, genius? This ain't your win yet, nuh-uh. Knight knocked the guard out for the count, and everybody knows it.
Don't play games with me. Knight was as much a victim as the guard in this case. As a matter of fact, I have proof that Knight had been attacked in his cell.
I do.
Oh, the video where we first got Link popped in your feed, Mr. Darthran? Says, I'm so glad you guys named him Link.
Present.
Do we have evidence that Knight was attacked in his cell? Yeah, that smudge on the floor of his cell. That floor smudge.
You think it's the floor smudge? Okay.
I think so.
Try it.
Take that!
Apparently was right. Floor mess. Okay. We found traces of Knight's blood on the cleanly wiped floor of his cell. What could possibly explain such a thing other than him having been attacked? And it was you who attacked him. You ambushed the both of them and stole the keys.
Yeah! Ugh! Why, I oughta... what's with you, huh? The newspaper wiped the blood up good. Ain't no way you should have found it.
Okay, but why do you think you had to wipe it up anyway?
Well, if they checked Knight in the god's hands, they would have seen these two never came to blows. That blood gave up the whole game. Ain't no way they don't figure out there was a third guy in the ring. Plus, when they start sniffing around on the floor, they'd have found the tunnel to Hoppy.
So you wiped the blood to buy yourself a little more time, so you could wait for a better opportunity? Sadly, the opportunity you sought wasn't good enough to get the clear of the prison, it seems. Now, hand over the keys.
Yeah! Oh! Oh! Right in the kisser.
Adrian. Adrian.
Yeah, KO'd by a lousy stinking bump. Fine, you want the keys here. I hope you choke on it.
Mr. Knight's cell key data updated in my organizer.
Wait a moment. If Master Carcerato had the keys...
Indeed, Your Honor. Your theory relies on Knight having used the keys, the alleged solely to escape his cell. That was the only way he would have been able to enter Mr. Saint's cage and move to the workshop. Unfortunately for you, we now know that the theory cannot possibly be true.
Ah!
No! I guess this changes things up a bit, yeah? Now the only person who could have moved Knight's body is the one person who knew about that tunnel.
What? No! You gotta be freaking...
Mr. Rocky, you're under arrest. Come quietly now.
Wait, you got the wrong guy. I didn't do nothing. Alright, fine, I knocked those two chumps out when I stole the keys. But after that, I went right back to my cell and waited for the moment. Next time I went to Knight's cell, there was nobody around. And I mean nobody. Plus, his body was found in the workshop. You think I just magicked my way in there or something? Couldn't even have gotten out of my cell.
Indeed. You only had the key to Knight's cell. You couldn't have left your own cell back in the prison. But Mr. Kanis' dog could. It was not you, but Helmut who moved the body from your cell to the workshop. I get it now. You're saying he wasn't the only con in this conspiracy. Indeed. One can easily imagine that Mr. Rocky and Mr. Kanis might have worked together. Mr. Rocky could have killed Knight and dragged him back to his cell.
And then Mr. Kanis' dog could have, took him from there to the workshop?
There are no restrictions on animal movements within the prison. Movement between the detention center and the prison proper, however, is tightly controlled. There is only one possible route, and only you could have taken the advantage of it, Mr. Rocky.
Hey, how can you be sure, huh? Maybe there's more of them, huh? You just don't know.
Something tells me that digging even a single tunnel was a arduous enough task.
You got that right. You try scraping more one hole in the dirt with a spoon. Lucky for me, I didn't have to dig the whole way. Somebody already did a bunch of the work for me.
What? You didn't dig the entire tunnel yourself?
Nope, found it when they put me in that cell.
Oh, wow.
Ran all the way from the wall to the yard already. Even looked down the wall to check it from here. It was the same tunnel, all right? I just made good on what somebody else had already started.
Then what was the original tunnel for?
Who knows? You're the one with all the answers, pal. Maybe somebody else tried to break out, huh?
Oh, maybe the animals dug it. Like to get water from the well or something?
I've heard of more plausible scenarios than that in a B-grade movie.
Well's dry, kid. Ain't no water to be had down there. Though, come to think of it, smell. Yeah, that's it. Always smelled kind of nice down there.
Nice?
Yeah, I don't know. Smelled like dessert, I guess.
It smelled nice in the tunnel.
A sweet scent. That sounds very familiar. Where did we come across a sweet scent before?
Where did we come across a sweet scent before?
Okay, alright, you guys got up to 300 views so far on the short after 38 minutes. Let's keep going. Remember, every time you guys click the link, it counts as a new view for the first hour. So let's get as many views as we can.
Didn't when somebody was killed, didn't they say his body smelled sweet? Somebody said it did. I think we should present his body. Look at that. It says
He suffered a blow to the head. A
sweet
scent.
scent can be detected on his body.
Take that!
That's weird.
Detective Gumshoe noticed a sweet smell when we were examining Knight's body. With the help of the police dog, we followed the scent of the body and traced its route through the prison. And that, Mr. Rocky, was how we found your tunnel.
Yeah.
Could that same sweet scent be what you noticed coming from the well?
Very clever, Mr. Edgeworth. You mean to suggest that this is evidence of the body having been moved through the tunnel?
I do. Furthermore, Mr. Rocky, you are the only person who could have done it. Nobody else had access.
You have our thanks, Mr. Carcerato. Truly. Finally, the truth comes into view. Now unburden yourself. It is time. Confess your role in this tragic incident.
What? You ain't pinning this on me?
I'm glad to see that you're finally in agreement, Your Honor.
Oh, if only we were, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Carcerato may have been an accomplice, but not of Mr. Kanis. No, he was working with Mr. Knight.
Hold it!
What do you mean?
I do not believe that he moved Mr. Knight's body. Instead, I believe he lent Mr. Knight the use of the keys he stole. You've got to be kidding me! Granted, it seems likely that he attacked Mr. Knight, but that does not necessarily mean that Mr. Knight was knocked unconscious as a result. And what if he wasn't? What if he and Mr. Carcerato had reached a certain agreement?
What kind of agreement exactly?
Mr. Knight was plotting an escape for which he required a means of leaving his cell. And here was that precise means, in the form of the keys Mr. Carcerato had just stolen from the guard. Mr. Carcerato himself would need to pass through Mr. Knight's cell in order to effect his own escape. Mr. Knight needed only to shout and alert the guards. Mr. Carcerato's plans would be ruined. And so the two struck a deal.
Hey, hold it, lady. The only striking to do is with my fist.
My, you still deny it?
So, we're agreeing that we, still disagree?
Mr. Knight and Mr. Carcerato had Mr. Carcerato unlock his cell so that when Mr. Saint arrived, he could escape into the cage. Of course. Mr. Saint was then able to move him into the prison proper just as planned.
Okay. Aha! And then we took Mr. Knight into the workshop and did the dirty deed.
Objection!
Were neither of you listening?
The scent of Knight's body proves that it was taken through the tunnel, you idiots. It was moved from his cell to the...
Perhaps if you would let me finish, Mr. Edgeworth. I am not denying that Mr. Knight's body was moved through the tunnel.
Then what are you driving at?
Is this a trick question?
As you say, Mr. Edgeworth, the sweet scent shows the route the body took. However, it did not enter the tunnel from Mr. Knight's cell. Huh? Then how did it get down there? There is another possibility, one you seem to have overlooked. The well in the yard. Could a body not have entered the tunnel from there? The well in the yard? Oh yeah, that thing! Whoa! Mr. Saint did not take the cage to the workshop, he took it outside. There he killed Mr. Knight and threw his body down the well.
Okay.
Mr. Kanis' dog then dragged Mr. Knight's body here to his owner's cell from the bottom of the well. This is so weird. On that note, I would ask you two to recall something. What was happening in the yard at the approximate time of the body's discovery? I don't know. I've lost track of everything.
The circus.
The circus show, right? Regina and Simeon were performing for everyone.
Okay, good job, guys. Keep it up. You're doing really well with the short. Let's get up to 400.
Yay.
I mean, it's a Band-Aid, Amber, but it's working.
No, my coffee tasted bad.
Oh.
But yes, it's a Band-Aid. Come on, guys, let's watch the short. Let's go, guys. Do it for Santa. Wait, wait, Simeon. Ah! Oh, indeed. And so you see how it must have been him who disposed of the body.
Judge Cavil is truly a formidable opponent. She so effortlessly adjusted her theory to fit the facts.
I propose that Mr. Knight was taken to the yard, not the workshop. And as we have established, Mr. Saint was off stage for 15 minutes. Ample time to throw the body down the well, I am sure you will agree.
Objection!
Your deduction is impressive, Your Honor. However, even supposing that Knight's body was indeed thrown down the well, you cannot concisely say that it was during the show. It could have happened at any different time.
Overruled! My sympathies, Mr. Edgeworth, but it simply could not have.
What?
Mr. Casaredo was using the tunnel at around the time the show began, of course. Mr. Casaredo, did you happen to trip over a corpse when you were down there, by chance?
No. Place was clean. Yeah.
If the body had been at the bottom of the well before the show began, Mr. Casaredo would have seen it. However, he saw no such thing, Mr. Edgeworth. I mean, he could just be lying.
No, he wouldn't be able to climb over the body.
Oh, which makes it somewhat difficult to support your theory. Furthermore, Mr. Knight's body was discovered in the workshop after the show. In summary, the body must have been thrown down the well and moved into the workshop, of course.
Alrighty, so that's the summary, all that fun stuff, okay.
And some some point during the show. Tell me, who else could have done that but Mr. Saint?
Ah!
What? What do we do, Mr. Edgeworth?
If the body did indeed enter the tunnel from the well, things don't look good for Mr. Saint. Still, Your Honor, your theory is still just that, a theory. And I post that your lack of evidence to back it up.
I concede that for the moment. I do not.
May I suggest that we investigate the yard again?
Very well. May the goddess of justice go with you.
Now then, to the yard. Perhaps we can finally put this case to rest. What? What's that sound?
Yikes! Is there a fire?
Oh, did somebody else escape? Should we, maybe skip... Should we maybe skip town, too?
Hold it! Darlings, please! There be nothing to be alarmed about.
What?
There is nothing to be alarmed about. By which I mean there is not an alarm. It is the dinner bell. Although I suppose it is rather alarming if you are not used to it. It certainly scared the heck out of me, lady. I am so sorry, sweet pea. I hope you can forgive us. All right, you two. Back to your post. Chop chop.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's for you, Rocco Carcereto. It is time you went back to your room.
Fine, I get the picture. Come on, Teddy, we're out of here. Wait, if they put him in the same cell, he can escape again. Warden, we'd like to take one more look around the yard.
Oh, darlings, don't you have homes of your own to go to? Visiting hours are over, I'm afraid, tomorrow.
No, it's imperative that we investigate it right away.
I think we've had quite enough excitement for one day, don't you? Murderers, escapee, so eventful. It's time I guess went home to Betty Bye, isn't it? Isn't it? Yes, yes, it is. Come on now, darling. Don't make me bore you with all that I am the warden. This is an ordeal. Nonsense. Warden Lagarde is right. Her word is law here, and we must respect her wishes. Mr. Edgeworth, your investigation of the yard will have to wait until tomorrow. You may keep your badge for now. The matter of your standing can wait. I bid you all good day.
Goodbye, everyone.
What are you waiting for, Kitty Canes? Off you go now.
Fine, at least there is tomorrow for me. Judge Gavel believes that Knight's body was dropped down the well, and then taken through Mr. Rocky's cell to the workshop. But is that truly the case? Do the facts really support her theory? She also seemed to believe Mr. Saint had to be the one to move the body. But was he really the only one with the opportunity to do so?
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. Tomorrow's another day. We'll figure out a way to save Simeon. I know we will.
Yes, we will. I will prove that Mr. Saint is innocent beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Awesome. I can read your thoughts.
Can you keep going for another 30 minutes or no?
I can keep going for 9 hours, Luke. No. I'm not even tired. I'm just in pain. That's 2 different things.
Okay, so we're going to keep pushing the short. Okay, guys, you're close to 400 views on the short after 53 minutes. Let's keep going. Gotta get that up to 400.
You have the cutest smile Edgeworth voice ever.
Okay.
We don't have to go to a movie tomorrow. We can just save the money. What do you think?
No, I want to take you to see Sonic.
Why?
Because
Why?
I don't know how to spell Escapee. Guess that's it. Alright, next chapter. Crime scene recreation. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep, thanks for sharing on Facebook, Peter, and everyone who shared.
This is a perfect place to stop. You guys only have 600 views. There's
can't-
no way you would get another Ace Attorney stream.
We have to wait until we have more views.
Yeah, we have to be at least in the 750 or 800 range to stop. Like, there's no way.
We gotta keep going.
There's no way.
I forgot to get Advil at the store, and I don't feel the best, but I'm okay. I'm gonna get Advil after this, guys. Everything's fine. Everything's cool.
March 22nd, 10:12 a.m. Prison Yard.
Edgeworth's voice is cute.
It's alright. Here we are again. Let us hope we find something this time that will finally...
I like you, so cute.
Okay. Here we are again. Let's hope we can find something this time that will finally reveal the truth behind it all. Although, that might be easier said than done.
There's nothing left here to investigate! Mr. Edgeworth, it's all gone! We can't do anything!
Judge Gavel's deduction yesterday.
There is another possibility one you seem to have overlooked. The well in the yard. Could a body not have entered the tunnel from there? Mr. Edgeworth? In summary, the body must have been thrown down the well and moved to the workshop. Honestly, her theory is so convoluted, I completely lost track of what she was even saying. She said, and then aliens took the body, and then there were gnomes that went to a bakery, and then they took the body. It's like she had so many things going on in her theory. At some point during the show, tell me, who else could have done that but Mr. Saint?
Had Knight's body really been thrown down the well? The answer to that question will surely show us the way forward. But before we begin, I should tidy up my organizer a little bit.
Oh.
Unnecessary evidence has been removed. Remaining evidence has been rearranged.
Let's see here. I'm gonna investigate even though I have no idea what I'm doing. Huh? There's a cover on it.
Dried up well, slap bang in the middle of a prison. Figured to be locked.
Luckily, I'm a master lockpicker. Want me to do my stuff, Mr. Edgeworth?
I think not. We'll do this investigation by the book.
Come on, don't be such a stick in the mud. Whoa!
What is it, Kay?
The lock is broken! And from the looks of it, it's been broken for a long time.
If that's the case...
Oh my gosh.
Then anyone could have thrown Knight's body down the well.
Oh my gosh, that's not good.
Judge Gavel's theory was that Mr. Saint carried out the murder here in the yard. And then during the performance, he threw the body down the well. What you're thinking, Miles Areno? Plausible or not?
Oh, why don't we see if Missile can help us out again? He'll be able to tell us if Mr. Knight's body was here and which way it went.
Good idea. I'll call Detective Gumshoe.
Gumshoe speaking.
Detective, I need your assistance.
Sorry, I'm right here.
Oh, that's fine. I need your assistance, please. Come to the prison yard and bring that missile with you.
You bet, sir. Gumshoe's secret 7 weapons to the rescue again, huh?
I'm fairly sure missile belongs to the precinct. I'd also like you to bring one of the witnesses. Call the Berry Big Circus and ask Miss Regina Berry to come down here with you.
Yes, sir. I'll be there before you know it.
Good.
So, what shall we do while we're waiting for Gummy, huh? How about a quick game of hide and go seek?
Fun idea, kiddo, but where would we hide? He's not seriously considering it. Your game can wait, Kay. We need to call one of your more practical skills. I think you know the one.
Oh, you bet I do. One crime scene recreation coming right up.
Say what now?
Let me show you. Introducing a great thief's great secret weapon. Little Thief! From the Great Yatagarasu!
Who and what now? Screens appearing from thin air? Is this some next level tech, little miss? Want to talk me through the deets? What are you doing now?
Wow, I'm inputting everything we need for the situation! I mean the simulation! Whoops.
Allow me to explain. This is Mr. Thief. It's a device that can recreate crime scenes at specific moments in time based on the data you feed it.
How about I start us off with a recreation of what the yard looked like yesterday?
Good idea. That is when they were in the middle of tearing down the stage. And we didn't pay much attention to the well then. Who knows? We may have overlooked something.
Leave it to me, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll use the photo that I took. I forgot what your name was for a second. Beepity boop boop beep beep boop. That's all the data. Just gotta pump the projection power to max and dark skies of evening when no other bird dares take wing. One alone remains all seeing. Now, witness the true power of a real modern day Robin Hood.
Yipes! What is this?
It's a recreation of how things were yesterday, model on the data I gave Little Thief. This gadget was a tool used by the original Yatagarasu, but they used it to plan robberies.
Well, there's no harm in using it for something on the right side of the law now.
Oh, but keep in mind that it can only recreate what you tell it to. It can only simulate things it doesn't have data for, and if the data itself contains mistakes, well, then you'll wind up with those same mistakes in the recreation too.
But this particular recreation is based on Kay's photo, so we shouldn't run into any problems. That's enough primable. Shall we get started? Begin investigation.
All right, it's Little Thief time.
This is 03. This is prison yard. Investigation.
I don't know how Kay's hair stands up like that. She's got like 4 bows in her hair, and each one makes her hair stand higher and higher.
Okay, guys, good job. Let's push for another 100 views on the short. You're doing fantastic. You're helping the channel more than the stream is. I know, but it's still like we would have lost like 500 views like covering Ace Attorney. Like we would be like probably like 800 or 700 views an hour.
Oh, that was a
But
good
because I mean it was a great idea to put the short up at this time. I'm still gonna have to make a short for 11:30 though too. So I'll have to find something for the cats to do.
I'm sorry, I'm causing you so many problems.
You're not causing me problems. Ace Attorney causes me problems.
Look, I should have gotten an anvil.
You're gonna go out to that one 24-hour grocery store. Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yep, because you're gonna pick me up some lettuce and
Lettuce from what?
I don't know, the grocery store. Like maybe like a little Caesar salad kit. What? Very cute. Very beautiful blue eyes. Okay. It's true.
Don't forget, you can examine stuff in the recreation just like in life, Mr. Edgeworth. You can also present evidence to try to clear up any inconsistencies that you find.
Of course. Thank you for the reminder, Kay. Now, let us take a look at that well.
I know all kinds of stuff about the little thief. That's because I am a thief.
How is the elephant still? Oh, that's right. Everything that Kay took a picture of is here.
It's a recreation, Mr. Edgeworth. It's not real life. We're in a simulation. It's like VR.
What's the name of that trunk happy friend again?
Isaiah, the Asian elephant.
Of course, how could I forget? Not exactly inspired, though, is it? Was Miss Berry having an off day when she came up with it?
Oh my gosh! Mr. Edgeworth! Not in front of the poor elephant herself!
Kay, it's not real.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We're in a simulation.
That's correct. Why can't I click on this? Click on it, you boob! A wicker basket, or rather a cart given the wheels.
Hey, wouldn't it be fun to hop in and race it down a hill? Oh, you know what else would be fun? Racing down a hill on office chairs!
Where did any of that come from?
Oh, you know what would be fun? We could race down on...
The door appears to be locked.
You could take like a sled and then put it on some stairs and then go down the stairs in real life on a sled.
Focus on the locked door, Kay.
Do you want me to open it? Can't guarantee anything, but I'll certainly give it a try.
No, if we deem it necessary, we'll simply ask for the key.
Spoil sport, that could have been my chance to shine.
You're free to shine somewhere else, but you'll not make an audience out of me.
Aww.
Yes, this is where the circus show stage Yes, this is where the circus show stage stood.
Do you think people would be interested in a great thieving show? Like where I thieve things?
I'm sure the police would be very eager to attend.
Really? Awesome.
And then see you incarcerated.
Aww.
These chairs must have been for the audience.
Wow! I pity whoever had to put them all away.
Really? Why?
Ha! You've clearly never had to fold up a bunch of boring chairs before, have you? It's super annoying.
Okay, I need to plug my phone in because I won't be able to do the Power Rangers thing. Nope, not there, sweet.
Be nice to Zelda!
Come on out, buddy. Come on. Come out of jail.
He doesn't want to come out.
You've clearly never had to fold up a bunch of boring chairs before, have you, Mr. Edgeworth? It's super annoying.
What? Why? Is this not the right controller? Uh-oh.
There you go, just...
No, it jammed up.
I think you're out of battery.
I'm not out of battery. I'm not out of battery. It literally, the game froze.
No, the A button doesn't work?
Nothing works. Give me a sec.
Doesn't say it's out of battery.
No, it's full battery. Not personally. I've told other people to do it, though.
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, you gotta roll up your sleeves and help out once in a while.
Yeah, I'll consider it. We should examine this area carefully. It may just hold the clue we should examine this area carefully. It may just hold the clue we need.
I wonder what the clue would be.
Well.
I'm not... I don't know. That nativity, video that I accidentally bought for like $5, I'm gonna like get a refund because it was like something from like the 1910s or 1930s and it was so weird sounding.
Up. Come here, come on, little beast. Amber, he can come up on his own.
It's the great Yatagarasu cat.
No, don't go after you. That's how you ended up in jail. Come here.
Link?
Link! What are you
Link, you had a 2-hour timeout, not... Stop. Come here. Whatever.
What are a bunch of pulleys doing here?
They don't seem to be well pulleys for lifting buckets. They don't seem to be well pulleys for lifting buckets.
I did really well in the bucket program at the library. I won lots of prizes. And a personal pan pizza.
I made a slip. There's a sturdy-looking hemp rope lying on the ground.
Kind of reminds me of the ropes we used for playing tug of war in school.
The answer is no, Kay.
What? I didn't even say anything yet.
I see it is also a metal stake attached to one end.
Oh yeah, it looks like something you'd use to put up a tent. I'm gonna put somebody next to Zelda. This is a darn cat. This is Zelda's boyfriend. She's already dating someone.
You really think that tiger is going to prevent Link from going over there?
Yep.
Okay.
She's already dating that stuffed tiger, so she doesn't need a boyfriend.
Alright, try again.
Oh yeah, it looks like something you'd use to put up a tent.
But there was no tent, was there? In which case, what was it used for? It's a metal weight of some kind. It looks like it weighs... Their projection makes it a little tricky to read. Do you remember how heavy it was, Kay?
I wonder. Sure, it was 30 pounds. I remember. Good memory, Kay. What does anyone need such a heavy weight for anyway?
It doesn't seem related to the circus show, at any rate.
30 pounds. He's like, I see you're already dating that stuffed tiger. I guess I'll be going.
It looks like this was designed for raising and lowering a bucket. No sign of the bucket, though.
Link is like, what does she see in that stuffed tiger that she doesn't see in me?
I don't know, it doesn't seem like he's deterred by it, Amber.
Link!
Come on, Link, stop being a brat, buddy. I got you out of jail, not for you to go back into jail.
Yeah, you're on probation. Luke is your probation officer.
The well was behind the stage, which means... there aren't many people who could have thrown Knight's body down it during the show. This is looking worse and worse for Mr. Saint.
So, what do you think all this stuff around the well was used for anyway? I can't see any of the animals needing them for their part of the performance.
Indeed, nothing immediately strikes me as a likely purpose. We'll have to ask Miss Berry later. I suspect that's about all there is to find for now. Detective Gumshoe should be here soon, too. Kay, you can power down Mr. Thief now.
Sure thing. Prepare to return to normality. Or as normal as we're gonna get with me around.
Link, Zelda doesn't like you clawing her.
Oh, now she's awake.
Zelda was sleeping through all that?
Until Link smacked her in the face, yeah.
Oh, sorry, sir. I came as quick as I could.
Ha! Speak of the devil!
Ah, Detective. That was indeed impressively quick.
Oh, you know me, sir. Never did like to keep you waiting.
Thanks for coming all this way too, Regina! No problem! This seemed way more fun than rehearsal, so I ditched them for the day!
It is very much appreciated, thank you. All right, Detective, let's get started with Missile.
Oh, yes, sir. Hey, Missile. Over here, boy. Oh, what's the matter? Come on, boy. Come on.
What is wrong with him?
Looks like he's scared of something, sir.
The alligator. Ah! Alligator! Oh.
Alligator? Oh, I guess he's not a fan, sir. Well, I doubt he'll be much help to us like this.
We've been in this pen with the alligator the whole time?
Any other bright ideas, Miles Reno? Yes, actually. Miss Berry, would you mind lending us a hand?
Oh, I'd love to. Just tell me what you need.
Okay, so Miss Regina comes.
The fact that she wears her outfit all the time.
She's a circus performer.
Oh.
Miles Reno, that's right. That's his name. Okay, guys, you're almost at 500 with the short. Let's keep going. Keep that push up. You're doing great. Let's keep going. Yeah, see, like I said, Amber, it only works for about... How long was the short up? An hour and 14 minutes. So you can see we were able to get it up to 15.
Yeah.
And then it's dropping, like, a little bit. So that means, like, for the 9 o'clock hour, it's not going to do much.
Oh.
I've perfected this, but remember, YouTube's terms of service, you can't exceed more than 10 uploads a day. So we aren't able to do as much as I would like. Because I would have a short up, like, in between every live stream. I'd put up, like, 3 or 4 shorts a day.
Yeah. Totally.
Actually, I put up 4 shorts a day. It'd be really easy, but it would go up against the terms of service because we already stream 4 or 5 times a day. And we're, like, right below that threshold. Because I think we're at, like, 8.
I know. I mean, if I really needed extra money, I would just, like, stream all night, stream all morning, stream all night, overnight, all the time.
But you don't get money unless you get 1,000 views or you
yeah,
get
you're
super
right,
chats.
so it wouldn't really do anything to stream randomly at night.
No. Like the gentleman who was nice enough to give us a super chat for this stream is probably going to be the only revenue this stream gets.
Yep.
So we did cross over to 700, but we're 2 hours and 20 minutes in. So
The fact that we're in here with an alligator is actually quite concerning to me.
yeah.
Do you want me to teach Allie some tricks?
I don't doubt she could do it, but nothing quite like that. I'd simply like an account of what the yard looked like during the show.
I like where this is.
Try
I
again.
like where this is going. You're thinking of using Little Thief again, am I right?
If you'd be so kind, Kay.
I'm mimicking Kay's movements.
Okay, I plugged in all the data. Firing up the simulation. Tiger! Here you go. This is what the yard was like during the show.
The time at which the body was purported to have been thrown down the well.
Oh, wow. This is so amazing. It's like magic. Oh. Ah, no magic here. Just sweet, sweet data. Which is why...
The area behind the stage is missing.
That's right, because we don't know what was happening.
Yeah, Regina said she wasn't involved in getting the stage set up, so we don't really have any data on what it was like in the back there.
No data, no simulation. That's brutal.
I'm sorry, you guys. It's because I let Simeon do everything by himself.
Oh, no, it's all my frilly associate's fault. Objection, Fender.
Really?
Anyway, we've got a fresh simulation now, but we still have the other data too. I can switch back whenever you want to the recreation of them taking down the stage.
So we can examine the scene both during and after the show, and switch between the two at will. I can switch between recreations by pressing X to talk with K. Now then, let us continue with our investigation, shall we?
We shall.
Prison yard.
You were literally just pushing Kay.
Yeah, I kind of was. All right.
Kay she is the most fun character. She's my favorite character. That and the dog. And also the guy who has the polar bear for a friend. He's fun. I like his, I like that you did that. The, Sylvester Stallone voice for him. Because he's a boxer, and it made me feel happy. Wife request.
Wife request, that's right. Alright, let's see how you're doing. You guys at 500? No, not there yet.
Come on, guys. You're almost there. Let's keep pushing. You're at 7, Sorry, not 7. That'd be nice. You're at 480. You're so close to 500 for the short. The short's been up for an hour and 19 minutes. Link, get off Zelda. He got off. He's off. I don't know what he's doing. I didn't do it. It's the pen that held the elephant, the Asian elephant. Now empty as the lady herself is on stage.
I wonder how they got her in here in the first place.
What do you mean?
Well, the entrance to the yard is people-sized. And there's like a gazillion megawatts pumping through that fence, so it's kind of risky, you know?
Come here, you big galupa. Alright, whatever.
Link, you have to be nice to girl cats.
Alright,
Girls
whatever.
don't like being battered in the face and being scratched.
He's going under the, he's gonna sleep now.
Okay.
Hi, Link. We can see you. Okay. Not if one turned off the electricity.
Yeah, but then all the prisoners would escape.
Thorough an entrance blocked by an elephant, I think not.
This is a real puzzler. All right, I'll need to give it some more thought.
She seems to be enjoying the challenge. I'll leave her to it.
I'm enjoying the challenge.
The basket was empty in the other recreation.
Oh yeah, but it was definitely empty in the photo I took too. Oh, sorry. I made a mistake when I was filling you in earlier.
Oh?
That basket's for holding his food, but on the morning of the show, all the apples that were in it had vanished. Poof. I totally forgot to mention it. I'm sorry.
Disappearing apples. I should make a note of this. Very sparkly. Okay.
I'm sparkly too.
The chairs are lined up quite neatly for the show. Though we know that there were few empty seats during the performance.
Am I not sparkly enough, Mr. Edgeworth?
Stop it, Kay.
Huh? Something about the space, the way the seats are arranged. Reminds me of the karaoke contest I entered as a kid.
You entered a karaoke contest.
I sure did, and I came in second. Even in the depths of the night, when no other bird dares to take flight. What a love soars to shine, the light of the righteousness of the world's blight.
Oh, my ears have now ruptured and are burst with blood. Tell me you didn't actually sing that.
I sure did, and I got second.
She did well to take a second place, or perhaps stole is more appropriate. Or is it more like she failed to steal first place? I'm overthinking this.
I was robbed. I should have had first.
It's as bad as it looks, sir. The poor little guy's scared out of his skin.
I'd hoped to have him track that scent again, but clearly it isn't in the cards now. No, I didn't mean to do the chairs. Controller turned around.
Even in the depths of the night!
No.
You wanted me to sing it again? Wow! Story of forbidden love between a tiger and an elephant. I wish I could have seen it live on stage. What a beautiful love story! Between a predator and a me! Not Predator. I wish I could have seen Simeon up on there on the stage too. Ah. Oh, he was wonderful the way he flew off the stage.
Ah, yes, that scene.
The victory is depicted in a very unique manner, whereby the villain is sent flying from the stage. Having been ejected from the stage in this manner, the villain no longer appears in the performance.
He really gets hit by an animal? Ouch. And you're saying the crime took place during that time?
Why would you volunteer to be in a stage show in which the elephant flings you from the stage?
I don't know. Roughly how long would you say Mr. Saint was off stage for Miss Berry?
Let's see. I guess it was around 15 minutes.
Just as Judge Gavels said. Isn't it pretty hairy, health and safety-wise, having an elephant fling a guy off the stage?
Not at all. The thing is very gentle.
I'm not sure it changes much if she flings him gently or roughly.
Too gentle, in fact. When we first rehearsed it, she barely nudged him at all. But in the end, he was flying off the stage. Not because of Isaiah, though. Simeon had figured out some kind of trick, apparently. Isn't he amazing?
A trick? Do you have any idea what kind of trick?
Who, me? Oh, no. It was Simeon. Big thing. I wouldn't even know where to start.
No.
So he had a trick that made himself fling off stage?
Yeah, he probably threw himself off the stage.
I can imagine what.
Maybe he's a stuntman, I don't know.
He threw himself off.
This pond is home to Warden Legrade's beloved alligator.
Oh, look! Those bones must be from her latest meal.
I somewhat doubt an alligator could pick a carcass clean like that.
You think? I got the feeling she was rather ladylike in her own way, actually.
If you say so.
Well, I do. I kind of have a sixth sense for these things, Mr. Edgeworth.
An interesting talent, though. Not one I'm particularly envious of.
I have a lot of weird talents.
It's not remotely what I meant. Okay, good job, guys. You're at 500. Let's keep poking that short. You guys are doing great.
I can smell peanut butter from 8 miles away.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but see, even with the short now, Amber, it doesn't really matter. So we gotta get Power Rangers started by like 9:30.
I can weave a basket with my hair.
Yeah, okay.
I can talk to animals and know what they're thinking.
It would appear that we're missing some data for this point in time.
Yep, that's about the size of it. You gotta go steal us some data.
I don't steal data, Kay. I use logic and deduction to get what I need.
Well, I'm more of an act first, think later gal.
Please don't add to my workload with your recklessness. I would hate to have to order your arrest. Alright, so we've examined everything, so we should probably have her take this whole thing down.
Yeah.
Now that's one impressive fence. I'm sure I could climb it if...
Please don't. It's electrified, you ninny.
I wonder what's on the other side of it, though.
The warden's office, I believe.
I guess she likes to keep a close eye on her pets.
This facility would probably function better as a zoo than a prison.
He is over by his waterfall.
It's allowed to be over by his waterfall.
Now, don't say a word, sir. I know what you're looking for. It's written all over your face.
Is it?
The missile may temporarily be out of action, but my fishing rod is good as to go whenever you need it.
Oh, and if you want to give the metal detector a shot, I have that too.
Oh, maybe we can use logic then.
I've never seen him so excited. I'll be sure to let you know if I need either of them, Detective. Alright, I guess it is logic time. It's been a while.
Logic time! Oh wow, we have a lot of things. Oh wow, we have a lot of things.
Bingo. The trick Mr. Saint performed for his big scene. Could it have been something to do with the item we found by the well?
Oh, maybe the weight helped him move.
Kay, I'd like to have another look at the equipment around the well from yesterday. Can you have Mr. Thief bring up the recreation from when we were tearing down the stage?
You got it, Mr. Edgeworth.
Here we go.
Taking another look at these items. Could that not have been used for the trick of Mr. Saint's?
Sounds plausible enough. Hey, I could maybe add it to the simulation.
Good idea. Please go and ask Mr. Saint for the details.
Roger that. I'll be right back. I'm back! And he told me exactly how he did it!
Excellent. Well, how does it work?
He said he used the pulley at the top of the well to suspend a heavy weight from a rope. And lowered that down into the well. The other end of the rope that went 2 more pulleys and was tied around his body.
I see. So he used the downward pull of the weight to help him launch himself into the air.
Oh my god.
But how did he make sure the weight only dropped when he wanted it to?
He used a stake to stop it, and that's how.
Miss Berry didn't seem to know anything about the trick or the contraption he had built for it. In which case, I suppose it must have been Mr. Saint himself who pulled out the stake.
That's right! And to do that, he used a second length of rope. He tied it to the stake, and then when he gave it a sharp tug...
The stake was released and the weight dropped down the well.
Exactly! It's a great trick, and I have to steal it now! This has to go in the Great Thief's repertoire!
It may not be quite that easy. These kinds of circus tricks can require years of practice to master. Simply stealing the idea won't be enough.
Alright, practice it is then!
Well, before you run away to do so, would you mind updating the simulation?
Oh, right! Then we can see how it worked for ourselves! Okay, I'm switching back to the recreation of the performance. And now, to add in the data... Little Thief should be able to reproduce the trick now!
Interesting. So this is how Mr. Saint performed his trick. Mr. Saint's trick jotted down in the court organizer.
Simeon's full of surprises, huh? I mean, dropping a weight down a well to help him fly off the stage? That's genius!
Indeed, but I imagined he would have needed quite a lot of weight, more than him at the very least. It would have taken some serious pull to lift him into the air like that.
Yeah, and probably a ton of practice, too.
Yeah, how would he lift himself with only 30 pounds, though?
Well, I mean, you could use a dead body with weight attached to it.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have done that because he's a good person, right?
There's just something about clowns that's unsettling to me.
You think he killed the person because he was a clown?
I think he definitely killed I think that...
You think he killed the person?
Mm-hmm.
Just so he could pull his trick off?
That I don't know.
What if he killed him just so he could have a dead body to use?
All I know, clowns is sus.
Just because he's a clown, you suspect him.
Yep. Always suspect the clowns, Amber. What is it, puppy? Come on, don't you just want to be snuggled? Whatever.
Link, stop being mean.
Honey, she's over in the corner. He's just staring at the Christmas tree.
What is he doing?
He's running back and forth and
Link.
staring at the Christmas tree.
Link, what are you doing?
Now he's scratching his head.
Link, what are you doing?
Mr. Saint used the well to construct a contraption that would send him flying from the stage. It made clever use of 2 ropes. A pulley and a rope. I suppose the two tend to go together.
They sure do, like a great thief and her treasure. Can't have one without the other.
Sorry, but the proper pairing of the case is a great thief and a set of handcuffs. This is the rope that was hanging down the well.
But there's no pinata at the end of it, and definitely no bucket.
Do try to be serious, Kay.
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm just trying to lighten the mood. So, cut it out with that stare of yours. Come on.
Actually, she may be onto something. We might want to consider what could have really been attached to the end of the rope.
Oh, thank you. John Duncan says, Luke and Amber, I just finished your One Piece Warriors full episodes. You guys played great. Loved every second of it.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, John Duncan. You're breathtaking. Thank you so much for your kind words.
That was
Thank you for watching it. Hi, Kawan. Hi, everyone. Hi, Mage Wolf. Hi, everybody. Hi, Jason Kim and Yora Song. Hi, Popstar. Hi, Mr. Darthrian. It says, voice for Regina. LOL. Yay. Oh, man, I'm getting a Sonic 3 movie, like, commercial on my feet.
So that's Saint's trick.
Come on. Come here.
This trap. This top, it looks just like the one we saw in the workshop.
Come on up. Come on up.
No, he doesn't like to be touched, honey. He's an independent kitty.
Why is he independent? Why can't he be up here?
One of these days he'll let you pick him up. It's just not right now.
Link,
Linky.
Why won't he come over here?
This top is just like the one we saw in the workshop.
this tarp, it's just like the one that we saw in the workshop.
Yes, but why is it here?
But why is it here? Are you okay, Mr. Edgeworth? You've got a kind of blank stare.
And I intend to stay blank until you stop stealing my innermost thoughts.
And I intend to stay blank until I start stealing. That's one heavy weight. Kind of makes you, think how much this must all be weighing on Simeon.
It does. I'm not sure I quite see it myself.
Too bad we don't have the real thing here. Otherwise, I'd hang it around your neck like a big albatross. Then we'd see how you like it.
You'd face some stiff resistance if you tried, I can promise you that.
Did she say albatross? I'm so confused.
Isn't Albatross a prison?
I thought it was a bird.
Oh.
Alcatraz is a prison.
There's nothing of interest here. Okay, let's do some more logic.
I think pretty sure Alcatraz is a prison.
Let's try more logic.
Oh, we have to do more logic stuff.
The apples in the basket were likely eaten by the elephant.
Really? That's strange. I made sure to put the cart where her trunk couldn't reach them.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, yes. It was still full of apples the night before the show.
Then we must consider the possibility that the cart was moved to somewhere within the elephant's reach. A large basket full of apples couldn't have been moved by the wind, which likely means somebody moved it for a reason. So before the show had even started, the cart had been moved.
Sorry.
So before the show had even started, the cart had been moved and its apples eaten. Yes, that seems to be the most probable timeline. Let's update the recreation K.
I
you. I'll add that into the simulation of their performance then. I think the tiger ate them. Updating based on what Regina told us now. And there, all done.
Okay, let's do some more logic. Whoops.
Logic and reasoning.
Metal detector, 30-pound weight, pulling force. There we are.
Wait, doesn't this seem odd to you, Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh, no! You haven't noticed, Detective. There's something strange about the weight we found. How there's only one. The problem is the number of weights. That is to say, the one weight on its own wouldn't be very heavy. A single 30-pound weight couldn't have lifted Mr. Saint off the ground. Oh, yeah! In which case, could there perhaps be some weights missing? Sounds like the job for my 7 secret weapons, sir. Should the need to use them arise, I suppose I should speak with them then. Alright, I think... What is going on?
Sweet.
Okay. No, I don't think we have any more logic. I think this is a good stopping point. We did everything we could and we have to start Power Rangers soon. But my plan was correct. This short worked for about an hour and... you guys almost got it up to 600. So you did pretty good. You got the short almost to 600, I mean. But still, you see how like the thing is going down.
Yeah.
So it's only like a temporary thing that works for about 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's like you have to do something new afterwards to put new views in. So when I start my Power Ranger stream at 9:30, the new views that come from that stream will be pushed collectively into that, and then that stream will work for about an hour and a half, and then it won't work. So then I'll have to do another short at 11 or something.
Sorry, Luke.
I mean, that's how it works, is like you have to constantly be making content. It's super annoying. Because, I mean, it's very... So, I mean, now it's saying that we do 7 things a day because I've been doing more stuff. But it is what it is. Okay, so anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this. You'll have to come back next time, next Sunday. We were able to get the stream up to 825. That's the best we could do. So the rest is up to you guys. If you want another stream, the requirement is 1,000 views. You have until Sunday the 29th. You have till Sunday the 29th to continue this episode. So the best way you can do it is, I would recommend, after the stream is finished, there's 60 of you guys here, I would watch for 5 minutes once it's archived to count as a new view. And then tomorrow, I would watch 5 minutes of it. And the faster you guys, get the views up, the quicker we'll see that you want another episode Sunday. So next up is going to be Power Rangers. And then later tonight is an Ultimate Selects on Paper Mario, which I have to set up as that as well. So.
And then Max's is...
Tomorrow.
Oh.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys had fun. Thank you for the person who super chatted. Nice voices.
Yep, you did a great job, Amps. Alright guys, you'll be redirected over to Power Rangers. Power Rangers will start when it's at 40 likes. Power Rangers will start at 9:30, but it'll probably be music related until we can get things rolling. But thank you guys for watching the YouTube short. You did a great job. You got 550 views, which is not bad for an hour and 40 minutes. That really helped out tremendously. And the next short will be later tonight around 11 something, probably 11:40. I'll have to figure out what that is. Power Rangers needs 40 likes to start. It's at 14. So if you guys go over there and give Power Rangers some love, even if you're not going to watch it, if you're redirected to the stream, just smash that like button so that we can start for the people that will watch Power Rangers. Okay? Alright, thank you guys, and good luck getting another Ace Attorney. Again, you need 1,000 views in order to get another episode of Ace Attorney. Anything below, and it doesn't work. Okay, see you guys on Power Rangers.